Hello everybody. We are going to demonstrate a system-dependent refrigerant recovery. So right now my unit is running. You see my pressures here are a suction of 6.4 and my discharge is 162 psi. This is 134A refrigerant. So I'm hooked up to my suction and my discharge with my hoses. The yellow hose is going into my recovery tank. So I have my valves on my manifold closed, and I am going to open the recovery tank valve, and I've opened the door to keep the compressor running. So I've zeroed out my bottle, my scale for the refrigerant recovery. And so on my discharge side, we are actually going to see, this is the discharge coming off the compressor. I believe this is my liquid line here. So I think I'm going to take it off my discharge and attach it to my liquid line, because that way I'll get the liquid out first, and that is a warm line. Yep, that's the liquid line. Okay, so all I have to do with the compressor running, I'm going to be taking the discharge liquid and it's going to go through my red valve. It's going to come up the red hose through the red valve. When I open this valve, it accesses to the yellow hose here, which is going to my refrigerant tank. So that's all we have to do. And you can hear the refrigerant is starting to flow. And you see my pressure is dropping here as well as here. Now the compressor is still running, and we're at 4 psi on our suction now. 12 psi on the discharge. V2, I don't know if we're going to get into we're down to 0, and said we have to get down to 4 inches of vacuum. So there, we just passed our 4 inches of vacuum. I'm going to let it go a little bit further because our discharge is at 14, so when we turn this off, it may equalize on me. So I'm going to turn the refrigerator off. So that is how to recover. So I'm going to close my valve on my manifold. I've got 0, I got 10 inches on my gauge there, I got 13 on the gauge here, inches of vacuum, and close my bottle, my refrigerant cylinder valve, and whoops, so it says